Well, good afternoon. I'm John Shumway at the Laurel Gardens Volunteer Fire Company in Ross Township. There is a disturbing report that came out from the state of Pennsylvania in the last 24 hours. And the bottom line on that report is this. In the 1970s, we had 300,000 volunteer firefighters serving in Pennsylvania. And today, that number is down to 38,000. And from those I've talked with within the firefighting ranks, they think that might be an inflated number as well. So why has this happened? Why have we gotten so fewer volunteer firefighting ranks out there to fight fires? And what can be done to turn it around? It's a major problem because especially during the day, if you have a problem and you're in a volunteer fire district, there's a very good chance that your local volunteer fire department may be able to muster maybe 1, 2, 3 people at the most, and that would be a good day. A lot of times they can't muster anybody, and in some cases maybe one person. So as a result, multiple fire departments have to respond to what should be able to be handled by one local volunteer fire department. It has become an issue of response times, and of course in an emergency situation, response times are everything. Now, the commission that came out with this report has also come out with some recommendations on how it might be turned around, some incentives that might be able to be given out there to get more people to sign up for the volunteer fire ranks. What would it take for you to consider being a volunteer firefighter? Well, coming up in my report tonight on KDKA-TV News at 6, I'll tell you some of the incentives they're talking about. And you can think about it, whether or not that would be enough to get you across the threshold and to go through the training to be a volunteer firefighter. And that's another issue, the amount of training and the time commitment that is involved. And we'll tell you exactly what that commitment is, how long it takes to become a firefighter, and what it all means. What would you be expected to do if you were a volunteer firefighter? And why aren't people doing it anymore? I mean, what is the deal? The people who do this job have some real good ideas as to why people aren't committing, and they also have some thoughts on these ideas, the incentives that are being dangled out there. It's not official yet. There's some incentives out there, but not very many. We'll talk about all of this at 6 o'clock tonight, because literally the safety of your home and the people you love and your neighbors, it's all involved here. Because when you need help, you expect the volunteer firefighters to come and to take care of your problem. We'll talk about the dilemma tonight on KDKA-TV News at 6. I'll see you then.